Good morning, dear students. I am here with the Indian Express newspaper, and today's date is 9th March. Okay, so let's begin today's session. This is the first page. I know you all are saying the world page is the first page, but that's not the first page. Sorry, this one is the first page. Okay, so you have to read it. Let's start. World champions again, India. We all know that in T20 World Cup title, India won away New Zealand. Okay. Bahrain, the salination plant hit Israel, target Iran oil infra. Tehran hence Khamenei's son may be supreme leader. Okay, it's about Iran and Israel and the war that is between them. To Sachin with love, reached out to Sir. I am very grateful for support. Dominant caste men use sexual violence as tools after unease. Supreme Court reviews handbook. Hadi murder. Two Bangladesh nationals held in West Bengal. House set to resume on a stormy note over opposition attempt to unseat Speaker. No shut eye at IIT. Why IIT Kanpur professor is studying how hostel design affects sleep. This is the second page and you will get detailed explanation of first page here, okay? So please read it in detail. Hard look. What's inside it? About the pharmaceutical ingredients can slip out of legal supply chain and enter illicit networks. The counterfeit drug trial. A midnight delivery in Delhi opened in trial from Uttarakhand warehouses to a Bihar drug factory. Pragnesh report how, according to investor, it exposed a rupees 50 crore complex counterfeit drug network operating across the state. About the city, and that's not that important. Okay, but this one is a scheme that is launched by PM Modi, which inaugurate project worth rupees 33,500 CR. Okay. Hmm. That's the important. Moving from this, politics. What's inside it? AAP government announces cash transfer scheme for 97% of Punjab women. After Nitish exists amid Bihar shifting sands, why BJP braces for an uphill task? About the nation, what is happening inside it? So, state government expanded quota for women in Panchayati Raj institutions to 50% in 2006. Sanitary pads, biogas, and yoga. How women mukhyas are quietly reshaping rural Bihar. A woman at work at the sanitary pad manufacturing unit in Bhojpur. International Women's Day, Murmu calls for end to gender discrimination mindset change. India ascending. No problem can be resolved without its participation. Okay. Another one which tells about DG shipping issues advisory after vessel attack. Trapped seafarers may not have had equipment to break glass panel to escape. Mamamuti's exchange with Wayanad, CPM leader puts Kerala's ruling party in bind. Balari, school student, attacks hostel mates with iron rod on and one dead. Marks are awarded for each correct step, even if the answer is not fully correct. It's step marking, which is released by CBSE, Controller of Examination Sanyam Bhardwaj. Editorial page. Okay, so I know I only read headlines. Okay, because all the headlines give you brief overview of the news and what is happening inside the environment and the economy. Okay, but if you are a true aspirant, I will upload this PDF on the description box. Please go through there and download this PDF and reach each news in very detailed and informative way. Okay, don't read only headlines. Read each and everything in a very detailed way. Okay, so moving from the editorial page, I will tell you one more important thing. And the thing is that this is the editorial page, and in this page, you will get articles with a lot of authors. Okay, so please read only single article of this editorial page, because inside it you will get a lot of new words, you will improve your English, you will better your communication, and everything will, and you will also know about what is happening inside the economy and what is the point of view, POV of authors on the particular topic. Okay, so let's read. Before reading it, what's worldly wise tells? In the end, that's what this election is about. Do we participate in the politics of cynicism or politics of hope? Barack Obama. It's Obama. Okay, tell me who is Barack Obama? Barack Obama. Okay, sorry. I don't know. My health is not much well. But okay, I can able to read. So let's start with full of energy and enthusiasm. Okay, so this is the first article of Pratap Bhanu Mehta, revisiting the wealth of nations, and its abiding suspicion of concentrated power. Okay, what's the wealth of nation? On March I'm going to read each and every line. Please catch my words and my lines. Okay, so that you don't have to read each line and it will save your time. So, what's inside it? Exactly 250 years ago, a handsome book over 1000 pages long, priced at £1 16 shillings, appeared on the bookshelves in London. Its author, formerly professor of moral philosophy at Glasgow, was already well known. An inquiry into the nature and cause of wealth of nation enduring altered the thinking about the freedom, power, and prosperity and justice. Like any great work, it defies any political characterization. Both left and right have pressed it into the service. It also resists confinement to a single genre. Its genre. So although it's revolutionized political economy. It ranged superabundantly across law, institutions, history, and characteristically moral psychology. Much of it is rooted and clinical, occasionally dry pose. Yet it is vividly thrilling, unexpected in argument, generous and human in spirit, alive with irony and paradox. Okay, so what this small paragraph tells about? So in economics, we read about wealth of nation. What does it stand for? It is a foundational economics text by Adam Smith. We know the father of economics, Adam Smith, that argues a nation's wealth is defined by its total production and commerce, GDP, not just its gold reserve. Okay? So this is the whole concept, and this is the same way author is trying to give information. Okay, of the wealth of nation. And although with a lot of revolutionized means change of political economy across law, institution, and history, and this all written occasionally in dry prose. Okay, so this is the unexpected in argument, generous and human spirit alive with irony and paradox. Okay, so, in other para, author is giving overview of the for economics. The book consolidate a decisive shift. The wealth of nation is measured not by the balance of trade or accumulation of bullion. I will make it big. Sorry, it's bullion, but by the total productive capacity of society and its translation into rise standard of living for ordinary people. It moved attention from accumulation by wealthy and the state to the diffusion of capabilities, democratizing the idea of wealth. It then inquired that the condition of productivity above all the divisions of labor and itself about the result of the market, where the wages, rent, profit were bought by single analytical frame, and the book Wealth of Nation, sensibility, uh, not that much about the undogmatic inquiry, a sustained investigation into why societies prosper or stagnant. क्यों अभी भी this is the main question क्यों अभी भी society prosper और stagnant है okay the meaning of stagnant means रुका हुआ ठीक है so but a deeper thrill of how thought is unsettled clinches the main standard where this myth as a prophet of laissez-faire invoked the alchemy which is visible to transmute self-interest into public good. Yet, when he analyzed self-interest, it does not show within framework of justice. Most of the drama of book comes from the recognition that human beings act from bewildering plurality of motive and the self-interest which is not an axiom. Okay, so what's the effect of institution and children rather than their cows? A children of the Enlightenment, Smith placed imagination, not reason, as the central human faculty, a source of both liberation and absurdity. So the book is at heart about conflictual form of sociability. Take its most famous passage. It is not from the benevolence of the butcher, the brewer, or the baker that we expect our dinner, but from their regard to their own interest. We address ourselves not to their humanity, but to their self love, and never talk to them of our own necessities, but of their advantage. So, nobody but a beggar, it's a beggar, bhikhari, which is mainly depend on the benevolence of his fellow citizen, whereas much concern here is reciprocity and independence, where the market exchange is addressed through one another equal appealing. And the real question is that under what conditions is reciprocal? independence can be repressed and realized it is difficult to imagine that promise without a wide, relatively egalitarian diffusion of wealth. So the political argument of wealth of nation is still impressive. Smith's critique of mercantilism was not a simple of brief for non-intervention. It was a diagnosis of how states are captured by vested interest. He sought to rescue capitalism from capitalists. He exposed the absurdities of mercantilist restrictions, the depredation of colonial monopolies, and the way policy becomes an instrument of private gain. One of the book's monumental ironies is its juxtaposition of the natural and rational order of development, and which mainly tells about the depth of the book, and where the Smith had little that was flattering to say about the owner of capital. Okay, so for the productivity of extreme specialization, the great occupation, and instinct of the human mind, hence the insistence of public education as a remedy. The most famous defense commercial society was acutely aware of the moral cost. Okay, so about the Smith, the author about the book 1776, which publication of Edward Gibbon, the story of decline and fall of Roman Empire. It is also the year of American independence. Smith's ideas would influence James Madison and Alexander Hamilton, and the wealth of nation is Addison's suspicion of concentrated power wherever it may exist. Thus make it a glorious monument to liberalize. Okay, so this is the whole article, mainly about a single book and about the ideas and the thoughts and the moral values, ethics. Okay, everything is shared by the author. Read it. You have to read any one article, okay? Not the big one, anyone. So, finally, at economy, over 3 lakh crores spent in 35 years towards farm loan waiver scheme. Sorry, by center state farm loan waivers returned. How it could impact credit culture. AI impact on labor markets. Anthropic report flag high exposure job. Iran versus Israel. Shown enemies once operated secret oil JV. Notice personnel details showing up in Google search result about your tool can help. Why the Thar just can't shake of its growing association with reckless driving. Okay, that's all. And thank you. I will upload this PDF in description. Okay. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.